Good morning, it's Chris West from House Calls Vermont, and we are today in the town of Barre, and we're going to be looking at an old house. Looks like probably late 1800s, early 1900s. We'll find out from the homeowners, who are Stephanie and Joe, exactly what the date is. Let me just strap my various things on. I got my flashlight, got my distance meter right here, distance meter, so I'll take notes as well. So let's go on in and see what's going on. An audit usually starts, with leaving my battery in the Prius. We usually start outside. So Jim is inside talking with the owners. They have a cute little dog, Addie, who's a bit afraid of people, but we're going to be taking a look at the entire house, even though the main reason we were called was for basement.
Like we had a big water main break here and up the road last year, or was it earlier this year, I think.
When you say here, you set up the road. So at the house it actually broke too?
No, it just came
so
into
water
the
main
house.
broke above.
You got it fixed.
And then, oh yeah.
And did it get into the basement?
Yes, it did.
Okay.
Okay.
And we found out there were some cracks. Didn't you take a video, Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can show
It
you
was
the
just
video.
pouring right in. Like
It was
water.
pouring right in.
Nice
So-
water feature you didn't want.
Yeah, so we didn't realize the foundation wasn't that high, or they didn't, or the ground
Water.
wasn't as low to block all the water.
Sure.
But it's behind. What is that?
So we got negative slope.
Understood?
Yeah.
Yep.
What-
And Barry, I'm not surprised.
What is the design right there up against the house?
I don't know what you're talking about.
That little wooden
The lattice work?
the lattice work. Yeah, it comes through the lattice work and down the slope and into the basement. So
Okay.
I don't know if we would have to take the entire lattice.
Well, we'll take a look.
Yeah.
We'll let you know once we get our eyes on it, what we think is the way
The
to
northern
stop
basements,
that.
what have they, well, let me back
Did
up.
it, northern basements was here.
They're the ones who initiated the call. They're going to be doing some foaming
Yep.
and some basement work. But what is their scope of work?
What are they proposing?
Yes.
Yep. So they want to encapsulate the basement, right? So they'll spray foam the top 1/3 or whatever.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't know if they're gonna go all the way down. They're gonna rip everything out. They're gonna throw down the poly on the floor.
Yeah, probably they're more higher end drainage matting instead of just regular poly. It's more
Right. Yeah,
robust.
it's like 15 mil or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
So then they're gonna slope everything toward the sump pump, right?
Yep.
Underneath that.
Yep.
And then they're gonna put a new sump pump in.
Yep. Triple safe. That's
Yeah.
great.
And then they're gonna put a
Put the
dehumidifier down there, basically.
Oh, they're doing that too. Standard dry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put the
Great.
gravel back on over the polyurethane.
No, I don't know.
Or,
If they do put gravel, please make sure they know this. But
Yeah.
just please ask for like a cobble type,
Yeah.
because if it's a sharp
Yeah,
stone,
it's gonna
it'll
poke
punch
through.
holes.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't even know if I'd want that. You know,
Yeah.
They say like you can walk over it, but I'd rather just walk on the poly.
Well, and if you have socks on, you get a running head
Yeah,
start. You can
exactly.
just slide right across.
And then just throw some water on
Yeah,
it.
put a
And-
mattress up against the end of the.
And
the-
sometimes it's not a bad idea to consider a rat slab, right? If you're
Later,
actually
yeah.
going to be walking on
Like a
top of it.
2-inch
It's
slab.
a rat slab is just a really thin coating of concrete on top of something, and that just gives you a nice surface to walk
We
on.
might have a little bit down there.
Oftentimes there are spots in these old
Yeah.
basements. When is the house from?
Like
1909.
Yeah,
something.
That I was.
1996 or
That's
something.
pretty close to what I was thinking.
Yeah,
Have you had it radon tested?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. It was
Under 3?
Yeah.
Good,
Yeah.
good.
good.
We had to do that when we
Just
first
with all the
bought
granite
house.
here and everything else, we were wondering about that. Okay, that's that. So they mentioned that there could be some holes around the perimeter.
Yeah,
Stephanie mentioned
in
that.
the basement.
And then, what about inside? Are there
Yeah.
concerns inside that you've had? You've lived here for 5 years now. So are there concerns you've noticed during the winter months, summer months? Is it inordinately hot at certain times, inordinately cold? Are there drafts certain places?
I mean, downstairs, obviously, with the basement and everything,
Yeah.
stays pretty cool, right? So in the summertime, it stays pretty cool. Upstairs always stays a lot hotter.
Yeah.
So obviously heat rises and,
Sure.
and whatnot.
Heat
but-
does not rise.
Or yeah, it goes from where it is to where
Well,
it is now.
warm,
But warm air rises. Yeah, that's the.
It's just
Thank you. I can't not let that go. If someone's,
I know.
you know, so hot air rises because the space between the molecules is further and it's bouncing more, and that makes it just more buoyant. But the heat goes from hot to cold. Yeah,
Right,
Yeah.
That's just how they teach you in kindergarten.
I know.
Eighth
I know.
And then start it young and then have to correct it later. So, okay.
And we got those what are those called?
Yeah, we
Heat pumps?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mini splits? Okay.
Which is great for 3 seasons, but in the dead of winter, it's not that great.
Yeah, we got one downstairs and one upstairs.
Okay.
Okay. Are
Okay.
they Mitsubishi?
Yeah, I think so.
I believe
Were they
so.
the hyper heat?
No, I
have
don't
no
think
idea.
they're hyperheat.
They should not have. So hyperheat is just a type that can go down to really cold temperatures. So usually when they're installed.
Fujitsu.
Okay,
Oh.
Fujitsu. That's there are 3 companies that make heat
Right.
pumps from Japan. They're all good. There's not one that we prefer over another, but they should be rated for minus 15, right? And what's the one they shut off? Minus 18.
That's why I like the German one, higher heat pumps, because they go down to negative 30.
Those are.
They're newer. Yes, those recently came out. They're always fighting to jockey.
I know. I'm so scary.
Right. Okay.
It could get to negative 30 here.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially up here. So
Well, let me show you a few things because
Yeah.
I didn't know about the flood. When I went to the garage, you'll smell it immediately. It's a smell of mildew, like
Yep.
towels that were left out too long being wet.
Right.
And then you look up into the ceiling, and there's fiberglass over one of the floor systems where class 3 installation, exposed craft paper
right.
face, and also it's just there's some challenges there. So we can take a look at it.
sure, and do a walk around.
Yes, do a walk
Yeah,
around.
yeah,
So we do like you guys to be engaged in this whole process. So please walk with us, and even when we start doing the infrared, that'll be really telling.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
To check for vermiculite,
Do we
of
get to
course.
wear
Yes.
goggles?
You can wear. Do you,
you want,
do you
you can-
have goggles?
We do not prohibit
We but we don't provide goggles. I'm sorry. That's extra. Right?
It's okay, I do.
Yeah.
Me
Is she a rescue?
Yes, she was in her mother doggy were in Alabama at a euthanization place,
Oh my.
but her mom was pregnant with a litter, and same with her aunt doggy. They both had litters at the same time, and they just
Yeah.
couldn't have all the
So what
puppies
ends up
because there was like
happening, too,
24.
Yeah.
So they brought them to rescue.
Oh my goodness.
On
This
the
house.
Yes.
The roof pitches right
Right up against it.
up against.
Oh yeah, that's strong.
It is.
Yeah. And we
Oops,
asked
sorry,
our
no, you're
neighbor
good.
to try to get gutters, but he hasn't really done that
We've kind of
yet.
done somewhat of a French drain out there a little bit, but
Okay.
but,
Yeah.
Okay. If you want to make a recommendation to him to call Claude at Verdun's gutters, they're the most reasonable and really effective. I use them all the time on my new builds.
Yeah.
And it's just because they're like sometimes not half the price, but probably 30 to 40% of the price of others.
Mhm.
Even right now, this hyperinflated market, their price is still staying consistent.
Oh,
so
good.
yeah, they're really good.
What was it?
Verdun's,
Verdun's.
Verdons, who was also a famous golfer back in the day.
I was gonna say,
Was he a
Wow.
golfer,
That
or
sounds
is just
familiar.
the same name as a
No,
golfer?
no, he was not the name. The
Okay.
name was one that won one of the, I don't know if the Masters or one of the Opens, but anyway, he was very famous back in the day.
I'm
There's
a
actually-
Tell you he's a golfer.
I'm a golfer.
Oh, really?
Oh, okay.
Was it Bagger Vance, that movie, or one of those movies that they came out with? Maybe it was the one, Verdun was in there. His
Yeah.
character was in
Yeah,
there.
yeah. It was Walter Hagen and Bobby Jones was in the back of it.
So my question is, what's going on under here? This is slab under us, or is this
I bet it's a
basement?
void in there. Where
Yeah,
mice
and then
live.
dirt.
Yeah.
Or am I?
But but I'm not standing over a full height basement.
No.
Right,
no.
that's
None
the
of this
question.
is over the basement.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
This was definitely added on probably in the 40s or something.
Yeah, it's all rough sawn. I'd say a little earlier, but yeah, I see what you mean. Okay,
Settle the knob and tube has been abandoned.
good.
Well, by the time we bought the house, we didn't realize our car wouldn't fit in here. So
We kind of were like excited to get, you know,
A
a
garage,
garage,
and it wouldn't
but then we
get
were like,
ruined.
no, I don't think so. I don't think we want to park the car in here.
Okay.
Okay, let's take a.
One support, Chris. Here, did you see that?
Yeah, I'm seeing that.
All right.
Let's head outside and take a walk around. I did notice some gable end vents.
Okay.
A flat roof, one of those like
Oh yeah, flat roof.
Yep. Is it EPDM? What do you have up there on the?
Yeah, what is it? Rubber membrane.
Yeah, yeah, EPDM. Yep.
Just watch out for dog food.
Yep.
Landmine.
Usually if you stay close to the house.
Oh, you're better off.
Yeah, just careful of the little dog bombs flopping around.
So you got window wells around your windows. That's good.
Yeah, it's right down here that there's the little crack
Right.
that I noticed once the flood started.
Yep, yep. And we'll want to take as much. Oh, yeah. Well,
Yeah, careful of the little.
we're good.
Yeah.
So no soffit vents. It's all gable vented. The gable start. There's one here, and there's one on the front of the house.
He said it's roughly 1,800 square feet. I would have thought it was bigger.
It looks bigger from the outside.
Yeah, it
That's
does.
Because
The height.
there's a inside. I mean, obviously the ceilings are kind of high, but also there's a big pocket right at the top
Yeah.
Yeah.
for the crawl space up there.
And then
You can almost stand up in it.
when the house got renovated, he added this entire porch.
Okay.
So the porch wasn't there.
Question.
Oh, interesting.
Do you
Yeah,
find
the porch was there. It was
Do you-
just a shitty one.
do you find the house to be inordinately dusty at times, especially on the street side?
It seems like it. Yeah.
Okay, because I'm just wondering. I'm seeing the ghosting up here,
Yeah.
and also that vent's pretty occluded.
Very dark, very
So
dirty.
that's
Yep.
just surprising. I see a little bit there. So sometimes that is just.
This is our first time having a dog.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, we have to vacuum at least.
That counts.
Okay, here's the unpleasant trivia question. What is 70% of dust? Yes.
Skin cells.
Skin cells.
Uh,
So we're all cannibals in one way or another.
Can you do me a favor and just feel under the siding there to see what we're doing?
What, did I lose the coin toss?
No, I'm just recording.
Just kidding. I think there's other siding. That's pretty
Exciting. That feels like an OSB or something, or
No, I mean that feels like
Plywood.
paint right there. I mean it just feels like paint itself.
Yeah.
I think they just sided over the existing siding like we normally see.
yep. With
Oh, look at that. They're getting reflection from something. See the corner there? The melting siding? The deformed siding?
yeah, I get that right here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's basically the sun gets too hot and it could be a reflection from one of the windows at a certain time of day.
Yep.
And it causes that.
Oh.
That's cool.
Classic
Cool that you
Barre.
can spot that,
And then
yeah.
you're
Classic
missing out
Barre
on
leftover quarried marble or granite at the very bottom. I mean that's classic here. I see it all over this area.
Yeah, but to get that done today, that's
Yeah.
so expensive.
That would be really expensive.
Well, I think the name of
So there's a
Granite City, pretty
Yes,
much.
yes.
yeah, there is. So that's the room we were just in. There's the garage,
Yep.
and so that's the conditioned space above
was
that
extreme
you
porch.
were. Yeah,
My concern is the durability of that sill and what it's doing with water going back in, if it's pitched appropriately.
yeah. That piece between the garage and whatever they.
And this is all
Built
garage
up.
underneath here. So that when we saw that insulation,
That was the floor of that,
was
yeah.
that. So
That's what they did.
Okay, so that was up there previously. Okay, I understand.
No, well, when we had that room finished for
Yeah.
our business, we that's what the guys that I guess they wanted to insulate the floor or something. So.
Do you find that to be a pretty cold floor when you're in there during the winter?
I'm
carpet
not
on
sure
it, so.
because I usually use heat in there.
Okay.
I'm a massage therapist,
Okay.
so I'll do massage in there. So I always have generally the heat on in the winter or
Gotcha.
heating bed.
Electric?
Heated bed.
Electric heat?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, baseboard in.
The mini split?
Yeah, just a mini.
Okay. Understood. This vent is for the dryer, I assume?
Nope.
It's not.
Actually, the dryer vents into the basement.
Yay!
Or not into the basement, into the garage.
Into the garage, right? Yeah.
That could be what we're smelling in.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Your
what it is.
extra load. Yep.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, because in that there's so much moisture. And the worst
Yeah.
thing is, I fell for it before I knew better about building science. When I first moved here 25 years ago, is I bought one of those because we were on electric heat. It was very expensive in a condo. I bought one of those little vents. Said, hey, you can recapture the heat.
Yeah.
We had so much humidity inside of our house. That's what you're having inside here, I believe.
I mean, if your house is really dry
Yeah.
in the winter,
So yeah, when they remodeled the house, I believe there wasn't even a vent in the laundry room. So we
Yeah.
ended up having to call him and be like, "Where's the vent go?"
Yeah.
You know, and he was like, "Well, I guess he can put." He came back and punched a hole through the wall.
which is wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's okay.
So we'll talk
So
about getting that
that's
out.
what's that vent?
Yes, you got a vent here. You got a vent here.
Vent
I'm
here,
wondering what all
vent
these are
here.
for.
This is probably old, right? This
Yeah,
is
probably
before the
disused.
remodel. That was probably, and then I have no idea. I've never even seen that.
We'll have to take a look back. I think we can see it from inside the garage. We'll just see it when we go
Okay.
back.
Maybe it's meant to vent the
It's
garage
plugged?
after
Yeah.
With
it goes.
fiber.
Oh, okay, someone closed it up. Closed it up on purpose.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably when he did, because that would be where the washer and dryer is
Yeah,
inside
so-
the house. So
Probably be
because
best.
he opened that hole, maybe he plugged that one. Or
Yeah,
no.
possible. This condensate line you have running underneath the line set is something else. Though this is the condensate line for the heat pump.
Yep.
Yep.
This
That one's
for the
bigger.
boiler.
Oh, the sump pump.
Okay. Interesting.
And is that going to be used? Are they going to purpose? Are they going to replace that and
Move it somewhere else?
Or are they
I
gonna use
think
the
so.
same-
I mean, they were talking about directing it kind of out front. I think.
Yeah.
And then putting one of those units in. Or,
Yeah. The triple safe.
One quick thing about Ivy,
I can-
she tends to get around.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And I have seen it actually grow underneath the vinyl, and then it becomes a moisture sponge.
Yeah.
Vinyl is already inherently bad for that. It holds moisture against the wall.
Right.
That would exacerbate it. I know it looks great, not great on vinyl.
To be honest with you, it got out of control.
Yeah.
It does that.
Yeah.
It wasn't that bad.
I was just noticing that too. I was just like, wow.
I mean, it
this
looks
is actually
great.
going.
Yeah,
Like,
it looks great.
Yeah, but nobody looks back here. That's the
Okay.
neighbor's view, so I don't care.
Okay.
We had brick house.
Yeah, but then you know what it does? It tears the brick apart. Does it? It does. They grow little feet. They grow little feet.
They have enzymes that eats away.
Brick house that has a lot of ivy on it.
But it's pretty thicker in the fall and the leaves. It looks great.
Working hardcore when the basement was flooding. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't even know really how much.
Yeah, I know, right? I
But
don't know how we
whatever
would
you
have got all the water.
do your thing.
Yeah.
Save our basement.
Probably not
So a few pieces I see, like the vinyl up there, the fascia trim. Yeah, it's come away by about 3-4 inches.
And
Yeah.
corner,
Yeah, the corner. Then I see up here the socket's loosened up, and that's just normal expansion and contraction. But it looks like the piece is actually falling down, or they didn't do it complete. Look at that, Chris.
Yeah, I know. There's that one piece
One of
is
the
not
pieces
the
fell down,
same.
actually.
That's what it is. Then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. That becomes a durability issue.
because water can get in there.
And you
Yeah,
can see
yeah.
the tannins, the tea staining.
Yep.
That's because it's hitting raw wood.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And so yeah, I would definitely get that touched up.
Yep.
We'll put that in the report as
Doesn't
well.
matter how efficient your inside is, if the shell is not sound, you're gonna have problems.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, let's go see your basement.
So a vinyl siding installer to do it,
Okay.
but I hope you find one. Tell them it's a good filler job. Market it as a filler job.
Okay, so what city is this? It looks like Italy.
Yes, we were in, yeah, that's Italy.
Yeah, that's
We-
Florence, I was gonna
we were-
say.
We were in Florence for our honeymoon.
Oh,
wow.
congratulations.
and
I love
I took
Florence.
a bunch of pictures.
I got Disney World.
And that's one of the pictures I took when we were
Nice.
there.
Florence is awesome.
Went on a nice dinner cruise.
Moms.
Yeah, I'm doing it. Okay.
Italy and Paris.
Oh,
Nice. Hi, puppy. So now I can see where that. That. What the heck?
Greatest report, right?
oh gosh, yes. It's exhaustive. You'll have an input.
So what is? So they. I think that is your dryer.
Possible current market.
No, I don't know what that is.
And
I think
also
that's
all the details.
We should be able to see it from inside. Why don't we? What's on the other side of this wall?
the drive. I mean, that's the.
I think we might.
So that looks to me.
Yeah,
And
that's
by the way,
Oh, that's the
the
vent
inspector report. This goes
for
way down.
the fan. That's what that
for
is.
the fan.
Yeah, the fan in the bathroom, probably.
Oh, that's possible. That's possible. It is.
gotta be what
It is angled at the right angle. It is smooth bore.
Oh, so there's a bathroom right over there?
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
it's
okay.
1.5 bathroom.
That makes sense.
Okay. Let's take a look at that. But
Thank you.
We'll go to the basement first, Chris.
yes, please.